Notice some changes with campus Wi-Fi. That's because it's new and improved, which locations are turning into high-speed hotspots.
And airing models appearing in ads without airbrushing. How this can help customers better shop for styles.
Plus, costs at Point Park are increasing. We'll tell you what you'll be paying more for next semester. Point News starts now.
Live from our studio in downtown Pittsburgh, you're watching Point News.
Good afternoon, I'm Sydney Cooper.
And I'm Courtney Joden. If you notice some differences in your smartphone service around campus, that may be because Point Park is improving its Wi-Fi, and it's getting easier to get online no matter where you are on campus. The Wi-Fi network rollout has officially began, but students are wondering why it has taken the university this long to improve the system.
Point Park probably took this long because we are a smaller school. There might have been a lack of interest, but with technology growing, people need access to the internet more and more.
For a number of years, faculty, staff, and especially students wanted what they call blanket coverage, or having easy access to the internet no matter where you are on campus. Point Park University technology specialists Tim Wilson and Will Elms explain why the school finally made the big change.
A mix between the research studies and the statistics showing us that was the trend, and now we were in the minority, and the added student pressures and faculty pressures to use this kind of coverage.
Wi-Fi is more than convenience for college students. It's also vital in order to finish projects and do homework online.
I think it's really important to have internet access or Wi-Fi all over our campus because we are students and we use it just about in every class, every day. And we need to have access so that we can learn and use it as a tool.
Now connecting to the new Point Park Wi-Fi system seems to be a pretty easy task. All you have to do is go to your right-hand corner of your computer, find your Wi-Fi icon. Then you're going to click Point Park Web Log On. Now once you do that, you're going to be redirected to a page that has a username and password. Now this is going to be used for your Blackboard, your Point Mail. That's going to be the same username and password that you're going to put in here. And once the Point Park web page comes up, you know you're connected. Elms says the Wi-Fi advancements on the campus that are finished include West Penn, Boulevard Apartments, and Conestoga. Pioneer Hall and the Student Center need to be completed, as well as Lawrence and Thayer, which are still using the old blue socket system. He also explains other developments that this new system will offer.
At some point, we will eventually allow you to hit your home directories, aka Z drives, and print to the printers as well at some point.
Many students are eager for this new Wi-Fi system that will help them stay connected in and out of the classroom. Reporting for Point News, I'm Courtney Joden.
This semester isn't even over, but Point Park students can already feel more pain in their pockets when it comes to next year. The university released the 2014-2015 financial costs, and they are once again on the rise. That isn't sitting well with some students.
And now we have this one again, but we're not really seeing anything from it, I guess you could say. I mean, they're putting this new Wi-Fi in and they're redoing some of the stuff on campus, but like as students, we're not seeing too much of it, so it's kind of frustrating.
Tuition will jump $500. The university and activity fees will stay the same. The technology fee will also increase. When you combine a few other additional charges, including meal plans, students will be paying at least $1,000 more.
Pittsburgh had its 144th St. Patrick's Day Parade this past weekend. It attracted more than 250,000 people to the downtown area, making it one of the most successful in recent years. Point News reporter Amy Fink is here in the studio to talk more about the celebration. Amy?
Hundreds of thousands of people from Pittsburgh and also some from out of state lined up as early as 7 a.m. to get a good view of the action in the heart of downtown. Whether your family hails from Ireland or not, everyone is considered Irish on St. Patrick's Day. Pittsburgh's annual St. Patrick's Day Parade marched down Boulevard of the Allies starting at 10 a.m., and the 3-hour celebration made its way right through Point Park's campus. Students were invited for breakfast provided by Cab in Lawrence Hall. where attendees like Lauren Albring recalled their favorite parade memories.
I've been living in Pittsburgh my whole life. My first memory of the St. Patrick's Day Parade is when I was around 8 or 9 years old, and I remember Christina Aguilera performed on the float, and that's definitely been my favorite since, and I've been coming back every single year.
While Miss Aguilera didn't make an appearance at this year's procession, Pittsburgh music group like the Stickers played their hits to the crowd. The musical performances, along with several local high school marching bands and Irish dancing groups, attracted students from colleges all over Pennsylvania.
This is my first year coming to the parade. I went to Penn State, so I'm used to the St. Patrick's Day celebrations. We had our own up there, State Patty's Day.
No matter where these people were from, they seemed to enjoy the party and appreciate the parade's past.
I didn't know this year was the 144th year. I'm surprised that the city's had a long history of all this. It's really great. I've had fun every year and I love it.
Partygoers were also well behaved. There were no major fights or crimes reported during the parade. Reporting for Point News, I'm Amy Fink.
Investigators say they have one of their best leads yet in the search for the missing Malaysia Airlines flight. 2 large objects were spotted floating in the remote part of the Indian Ocean. Military search planes were dispatched to try to determine whether they are a part of a possible debris field. The location is a 4-hour flight away from Australia's southwestern coast. Experts say this is highly unlikely.
Coming up on Point News, put away those hats and gloves. Spring has sprung, believe it or not. We've got a look at your forecast when we come back.
Speaking of springtime, see what changes are taking place to make Pittsburgh a more bike-friendly city.
We are a social people. We share our inspiration, wisdom, creations, and memories. We share what makes us laugh and what angers us. Built on the notion of a free flow of ideas, our country thrives on the freedom of speech. Without it, who would watch over our governing powers? And how would we share our history to make a difference for the future? It's this freedom to share that gives us a reason to listen.
Hi, you're tuned into Point Park University Television, and UView is for you. Stacy?
Yes, Dan. UView is for you.
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 UView is for you. UView is for you. UView is for you.
To me, freedom of speech means there are no barriers to voice opinions. Communication is key to a functioning society and relationships in those societies. I believe our forefathers gave us this right, so if concerns or problems arise, we have the right to respectively use words, aids, and body language to give our message. Compromise may not always be met, but when it does meet, it opens up the world to new ideas, relationships, and makes the world become a happier place.
Good news for local bicyclists. Pittsburgh is turning into an unused road into something a little more convenient.
It's all about making the Steel City more bike-friendly. Reporter Johnny Frywald has the first-hand look at a part of a new improvement initiative to get people pedaling more through the region.
Not long ago, drivers used this road for two-way traffic. Now, as you can see behind me, the road is very narrow, and the new bike lanes are perfect for bikers and pedestrians. Pocusset Street was closed 2 years ago after being deemed structurally unsafe for cars. The City of Pittsburgh Public Works Department decided to transform this road into a biker and pedestrian-safe entrance into Shenley Park. Silas Orteza is a Pittsburgh resident and former pizza delivery driver, so he knows what this street is like both in a car and on a bike.
I used to use Pocusset Street very frequently as a shortcut between Shenley Park and Squirrel Hill, but it was a hairpin road with a lot of potholes, really bad lighting, blind curves, and I always thought I'm not even comfortable driving on this street. I would be extremely uncomfortable riding a bike on it.
This incredible transformation includes a quarter-mile stretch with new pavement, freshly painted bi-directional bike lanes, and pedestrian walkways, all lit up by LED street lighting.
What they've done now, just entirely repurposing it for bikes, is pretty incredible.
Pecussis Street is one of the first road shifts in the country and is part of a Pittsburgh initiative to repurpose land and create a safer environment for bikers and pedestrians. For more information about this trail and others like it, visit bikepgh.com. For Point News Reporting, I'm Johnny Frywald.
Still to come, American Eagle is celebrating spring with a brand new look.
Why these models look so real and how they're helping shoppers find just what they're looking for. This is a sure sign of nicer weather. The university golf teams hit the links. See how they're getting ready to tee it up for their first tournaments of the season.
Freedom of speech is my right as an American to voice my opinion, or if I choose to stay silent. I have the right to practice my religion. I have the right to publish my own works. With this right, we can be creative, innovative, and change the world. For more information, visit www.freedomofspeechpsa.org.
Do you know all the things you can do with your student ID? Along with getting discounts to some of the restaurants around campus. Showing your Point Park ID can net you deals on tickets at theaters in the Cultural District. To check out all the current options, just search Student Discounts on the Point Park University homepage.
An expression, a belief, a symbol, freedom to worship, an unspoken word. To express yourself means standing up for what you believe in. There's a freedom to worship and a freedom to live. To speak never saying a word, to love, to let your voice be heard. The light of your own path. For more information, visit www.freedomofspeechpsa.org.
American Eagle sub-brand Aerie has started a new campaign to promote natural beauty in women. The campaign ads feature models who haven't been given an airbrush finish. Point News reporter Joanne Patotsky has all the details.
American Eagle's Aerie lingerie ads are getting a major makeover that the whole fashion industry is talking about. The Pittsburgh-based company is launching a new ad campaign this spring, and what they're doing is untouched by their competitors.
There's going to be a big difference in the newest Aerie ads. The spring 2014 campaign is called Aerie Real. For the first time, the photos will not be retouched. Aerie says shoppers can get a more realistic idea of how the bras sized A through double D will fit when ordering online. But the company says an even greater goal of the ad campaign is to highlight natural beauty. A statement in a press release from Aerie's chief merchandising officer, Jennifer Foyle, said, "The purpose of Aerie Real is to communicate that there is no need to retouch beauty, and to give young women of all shapes and sizes the chance to discover amazing styles that work best for them."
I think it really shows that they care about their customer and like how they feel about themselves. They want them to know that you don't have to be perfect to wear our products.
A disturbing new study found that many young girls have low self-esteem when it comes to their bodies. A study by the Girl Scouts of America and Dove Self-Esteem Fund found that 3 out of 10 girls have admitted to starving themselves in an effort to lose weight. The study also revealed that 60% of girls admit to comparing themselves to fashion models, even though they know the body types are unrealistic. This is part of what contributed to American Eagle's decision.
They're kind of setting an example for girls who aren't necessarily comfortable completely with their body, that's okay and you don't need to be perfect. I think that's awesome.
It seems that Erie's new strategy is well received, at least here in Pittsburgh. So now the question will be, will this set a new trend for the whole fashion industry? For Point News, I'm Joanne Potocki.
And don't put those winter coats back in the closet just yet. Chilly temperatures are on their way back to Pittsburgh. Johnny Frywald is here with your weekend outlook. Johnny?
Those cool temperatures are back once again. Now today we have a high of 35 degrees this morning. That temperature is going to rise up a bit towards noon and continue to rise into the evening. 5 o'clock, it's going to be about 43 degrees outside. Now the temperature is going to continue to rise into tomorrow. We have a high of 54 degrees, partly sunny, but with some chance of rain. Now we see Saturday, it's going to be a little bit colder with a low of only 26 degrees. It's going to be mostly cloudy, and again, we're going to have some rain. Now for Sunday, those cold temperatures are going to be back with a high of only 36 degrees, clouds, and some snow present. Now we hope that this warm weather is going to come back shortly for baseball season. Joanne, how are the Pioneers looking?
They are off to a great start. 2 grand slams and a 26-6 win kicked off the action-packed doubleheader for the Pioneers. Senior Ozzie Alfonso hit both grand slams en route to Point Park's sweep of conference rival IU Southeast. The Pioneers took Game 2 9-6. They totaled 44 hits and 35 runs on the day. And the spring season is here. That means Point Park's men and women's golf teams are in full swing. With tournaments next weekend in winter conditions outside, the teams are doing what they can to be ready inside of the Robert Morris Golf Dome.
We just get to the dome around 8 o'clock, and we're there till about 9:30, just hitting balls, putting, working on the short game, and then once the weather breaks, we'll be outside as much as we can.
The men's golf team competed at the NAIA National Tournament last spring by virtue of winning the Kentucky Intercollegiate Athletic Conference Tournament. Let's hope the Pioneers can drive it to the top of the leaderboard again this spring. Just a few years ago, Point Park's rugby club didn't even have enough members to make a team, let alone play a full season. Since the beginning of 2013, the club has grown and even pulled off an upset against Division I NCAA West Virginia. This past fall, the club registered as many as 30 players and joined a local conference with several other colleges nearby. Senior forward Alex McDevitt has been there to see the team grow during his days at Point Park.
We never thought this would happen. In the back, we dreamt it, but now it came true. So it's like I'm living in a dream. It's awesome.
Last weekend, the rugby team played Grove City College to a scoreless draw. Next week, they play California University of Pennsylvania. And a longer NFL football season could be in effect as early as the 2015 season. The NFL is considering adding 2 teams to the postseason, bringing the total to 14. One argument against the expansion is that the regular season can be seen as less than meaningful. A topic will be discussed at the owners' meeting next week. I don't know about you guys, but I'm always down for more football.
Me too. 2 teams. I wonder where they're going to be from. Do we know that yet? We don't know specifically?
I don't know.
Okay, I guess we're going to find out. What about you guys? Do you like football?
I love football.
I do. I watch it from time to time.
Mm-hmm. Me too. I hope that this spring weather comes up soon.
We could use it.
We could definitely use some more spring weather. We've had a couple of days here and there where we're up in the 50s and 60s, but it seems like that cold weather just keeps coming on through with those 30-degree temperatures and snow.
It does.
This first day of spring does not feel like spring at all. It's pretty wintry to me.
It does not. It just needs to be sunny and 60 degrees.
Pick it up.
Well, that's all we have for this episode of Point News.
Have a great weekend, everyone.